I just got denied from an Amazon distribution center. I thought that was gonna be a home run. I'm a graduate of Northwestern, but I guess that was the problem because I went in and the person interviewing me said, "You seem to be a little bit overeducated and you don't have any on-the-job experience, so it looks like we're gonna have to go in a different direction for this one." I was told my whole life, get a degree and you'll be able to set the rest of your life up well. And now not only can I not get a job in what I went to college for, I can't get a guaranteed job because I went to college.
Annoying part is that I did everything right. I did everything I was supposed to do. I studied in high school. I got good grades. I had a decent ACT. I filled out the little FAFSA form so I could go to a good college. I went to a good college. When I got into that good college, I got a degree, a useful degree that I knew would benefit me in the long run. I got a degree in business, finance specifically. Businesses are always needing that. Can't go wrong with that. Well, now it's 2026 and I met with a job market that even if there are openings, they're probably not legitimate. They're ghost postings. And if you do want to apply to it, guess what? Everybody and their brother also applied to it. So you better make sure you have an ATS optimized resume, you know the CEO's brother, you've done a handshake with the Crossroads demons, and you pray to the almighty God that you can even get a call back or so much as a rejection email, because half the time you don't even get that.
Yo, what's up YouTube? So we all know that the economy is not the best right now, to put it lightly. And in this time of struggle, even Americans with college degrees are struggling to find entry-level jobs. So today, we'll be watching a lot of TikToks from these said Americans who seem very overqualified for the jobs they're applying for and still getting denied.
I just got denied a job from Target. I have a fucking bachelor's degree. I spent 4 years on a bachelor's degree. And then my parents in great old America told me, go get your master's degree because that will absolutely solidify you a job. I can't get a cashier's job. I cannot get a minimum wage job. If I was not making money doing UGC on side shift, which literally anybody could do, a 5-year-old, I would be in a ditch. I wouldn't be able to pay to live. So I have to ask America, what are we doing? How are we supposed to make money? How are we supposed to live?
What happens when an entire generation of people cannot enter a job market because entry-level jobs have collapsed? People don't understand that entry-level jobs provide so much more than just like a initial income. They also give young workers the chance to learn by doing. The implicit bargain is very much breaking down because of AI, and it's also reshaping the idea of what entry-level even means. The unemployment rate for college graduates is very high. Entry-level job postings is very low, especially in industries like tech and marketing and finance. You know, precisely those white-collar fields where Gen Z graduates expected to build their careers. Like, that's kind of what they went to college for. And, you know, we're seeing how companies are discovering and like, oh, AI can handle these tasks that maybe they traditionally assigned to junior employees. And of course, this creates a potential paradox that's only going to get worse. You know, employers still want experienced mid-level candidates, but those candidates eventually have to come from somewhere. So if those entry points disappear, so does the pipeline of future talent. We're essentially pulling up the ladder behind us. And the consequences extend beyond like the individual. You know, young people locked out of career track jobs are losing income, yes, but they're also losing the skills that come with working alongside experienced colleagues. You know, how do you learn some of the soft skills like navigating office politics, handling difficult conversations from a YouTube tutorial? I mean, so much of this is very much learned by doing. And so then what happens when young people don't have access to that? We already are starting to see a response in young people, you know, pivoting towards entrepreneurship, freelancing, credential stacking, but that might not translate in the same way as, you know, other types of entry-level jobs. And also not everyone has the resources or risk tolerance to do that. And so a labor market that only rewards those who can self-fund their own training or go off on their own or have the, you know, backing to do that will just continue to deepen those inequalities.
I just got denied from an Amazon distribution center. I thought that was gonna be a home run. I'm a graduate of Northwestern, but I guess that was the problem because I went in and the person interviewing me said, "You seem to be a little bit overeducated and you don't have any on-the-job experience, so it looks like we're gonna have to go in a different direction for this one." I was told my whole life, get a degree and you'll be able to set the rest of your life up well. And now not only can I not get a job in what I went to college for, I can't get a guaranteed job because I went to college. People that have been listening to this advice for their whole lives now have racked up tens of thousands, some people hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of debt and cannot find jobs not only in their workforce, but anywhere outside of a McDonald's. And nobody can pay for their own rent. Nobody can pay for groceries. Friends of mine are doing side gigs, UGC on side shift to make rent, and I might have to start doing that too, because there is no other solution for me right now. It's so incredibly frustrating to see an entire generation be led down a singular path and then just left on their own because the workforce has decided that actually that's not the optimal route anymore and just didn't tell us.
I don't think you guys are ready to have the conversation about being so poor that you literally couldn't afford to get to an on-site job interview if you got one. 2.5. That's how many years I've been unemployed. 4,000. That's roughly how many job applications I've put in. 60. That's approximately how many interviews I've had. 4 interviews went the full cycle, from recruiter to final interview. 3. That's how many job offers I've received since December of 2022. Well, Melissa, if you received 3 job offers, why are you unemployed? I'm so glad you asked. One was a teaching position so far away that it would have cost me more to commute than I would have earned. The second one was fraudulent, meaning I talked to real people. I went through the entire process and signed an offer letter, only for them to ghost me and for me to realize that they were simply data harvesting for all of the exercises I did for them, and they wanted me to send them a check for equipment. That company later put a warning on their LinkedIn profile. The third one was to be a recruiter, only to be ghosted and find out from a LinkedIn post that the hiring manager who interviewed me made congratulating the new hire, who was a college student, no tea, no shade, but they had only ever done an internship. I have 18 plus years sales management experience, specifically in tech, in SaaS, in cloud-based software sales. I have 2 master's degrees. I'm currently a PhD candidate. Well, why don't you just get a job, doing something you don't want to do until you... Shut up. I can't get a job at Trader Joe's. Do you know how many people apply to Trader Joe's on the daily? I asked the manager at my local Trader Joe's, what their experience was in terms of hiring. They have applications just backlogged, and they get at least 6 people that walk in the store every day asking for work. Oh, but why don't you get professional help with your... Don't. I've got 8 different resumes. Keyword optimized, customized, cover letters customized. Shut up. Do you not think we have tried everything? Do you not think applying for work is a full-time job? Especially when you are interviewing or attempting to interview with multiple places at the same time, okay? It's dehumanizing and it's physiologically and psychospiritually exhausting to be unemployed this long. Looking for work costs money. I haven't had internet in my home since January of 23 because I can't afford it. So I rely on hotspots from the library, or I have to go to a cafe, which means I have to pay to sit somewhere to job hunt. I have had to miss 3 on-site job interviews over the past 2+ years because I couldn't afford to get to them. What I had was to answer phones at an acupuncture clinic for 15 to 20 hours. Wait for it. A month. You are not crazy. It is that bad. People who have not experienced it will gaslight you. They will insult you. They will disrespect you, even people that love you, because they do not get it. You are competing with people that are more qualified and experienced than you for the same role. Just like people that are less experienced and qualified than me are competing with me for the same role. There is no such thing as an entry-level position anymore. Entry-level now requires multiple years of experience. What the fuck? Doesn't matter if you have degrees in your field. It doesn't matter if you have degrees at all. They don't care. They care if you can tell them what they want to hear. And that's only if the AI applicant tracking systems scan your resume and allow you to be put in front of a human for 10 seconds while they scan your resume and decide if you're a worthy candidate before tossing you aside. So when people come in my comments, when I'm requesting support for mutual aid, or I'm talking about my eviction, which I've actively been fighting since November without an attorney, and they say, well, why can't you just, move out? Or why are you unemployed? Well, first of all, if I can't afford rent, how can I afford to move? Okay? Riddle me that, Batman. Secondly, it's none of your business why anyone is unemployed, okay? But second of all, if you're unemployed and you have a gap in your resume, we all know how hard it is to explain a 3-month gap, a 6-month gap. Try explaining a 2+ year gap in your resume, bitch. No amount of bullshitting freelance work and focusing on your degree is going to explain away a 2+ year gap on your resume. Government and federal jobs get wiped off the face of the planet by a man who wants to colonize Mars and breed women for a living.
I just got denied from Walmart as a cashier. I have a fucking master's degree, bro. I went to school for 12 years, got my high school degree. I went to for 4 years to get my bachelor's, and then I went for an extra 2 years to get my fucking master's. You know how much school that is? It's a lot. And the worst part is, oh, maybe it's the best part actually. America, the government probably thinks it's the best part, huh? I'm $120,000 in debt. Yeah, because society wants to tell you to go to school, go to college, get your degree, Timmy. Oh my God, job security. Shut up. Please stop spreading that, because now I'm screwed and I have no idea what to do. I've applied to over 300 companies and I've gotten responses back from 11 of them. Why the fuck do you think I'm applying to Walmart to be a cashier? Because no one is hiring. Why do you even post a job offering if you're not gonna hire anyone or respond? What are people doing for work? I need to figure something out. Because if I wasn't doing UGC for brands that I found on SideShift, my ass would be homeless. I would be fucking homeless.
You know what? Like, I'm really feeling like I'm about to start getting violent over this fucking job market. Because the things that just keep happening to me are insane. I've been applying to medical receptionist jobs. I have been applying to those for so long now. These are entry level fucking positions. You don't even need a bachelor's degree to apply. All they want is 1 year of either medical experience or related customer service experience. I fucking have that. I have wonderful communication skills. Every single job that I've had has told me you have great communication skills, this, that, the third. Why the fuck is it so fucking hard to speak to HR or to speak to a fucking hiring manager or to get anybody on the fucking phone about these jobs? How the fuck are you going to send me a rejection letter? Oh yeah, we're gonna go with other applicants. The job is still fucking posted. No, somebody is going to fucking explain themselves, because you know what, when I finally do get a hold of someone, you know what I'm gonna ask? Do you use AI to fucking sort through your applications before a person sees it? Do you use AI? Because if you use AI, look at my fucking application right now. Look at my fucking application right now. I'm not doing this bullshit with you guys. It's pissing me the fuck off. Why the fuck is there a robot being like, yeah, nope, because I have one little error? I should not have to tailor my fucking resume to thousands of fucking jobs just to get a fucking call back. And then when I finally do get someone on the phone, you want to act like you have a fucking attitude, like you haven't been in my fucking place? You want to act like you have a fucking attitude because I'm calling trying to get a goddamn job? Fuck out of here with that damn snooty, musty ass attitude! Hi, I'm calling to speak to HR or hiring manager. Oh, we're gonna have to put you on the customer service line. Oh, but I was just on the customer service line for 20 minutes and then the call cut out of nowhere. Oh, well, sorry, that's the only way you're gonna reach HR. Gets on the customer service line. Hey, you're the 30th caller in line. Would you like us to call you back? We have a high number of people calling every single time you fucking call. Maybe if you hired more fucking people, you wouldn't have that issue. You could get someone calls, someone picks up right the fuck away because you got enough people to answer the motherfucking phone. I'm sick of it. Like I said, this is the kind of shit that makes you want to get fucking violent. I see how people reach certain points, because if I was just mentally unstable enough and just didn't care about the repercussions of my actions just enough, I would have done some shit by now. I would have done some shit because I cannot fucking take it anymore. My next fucking call is going to be to the Better Business Bureau, because you guys are not going to fucking keep getting over on people without no accountability. Okay? It might not go anywhere, but I'm about to start reporting the fuck out of every single job that I'm having this issue with, because it's ridiculous. And then people have the nerve to say overall, oh, well, you guys just don't want to work.
Okay, something is very, very terribly wrong about our society nowadays and the job market, because why are employers putting up job listings and then when you apply, they don't want anybody. They don't want anybody. So I applied for 4 places on Thursday and heard nothing back. So I called up all of them to see like, hey, like, are you guys still looking for this position? What's tea, right? But there was this restaurant that I called and asked about because they had sent me a personality test and I took the personality test and then there was no follow-up to that, right? And then the personality test that I got, like my results was mentor. Basically, I scored 100% on everything except for the emotional part because, I don't know, I answered truthfully. And when it comes to management, like pressure, I'm a medium in emotional stability because, like, I'm not going to freaking break down and crash out, but, like, inside I'm going to be, like, whatever, right? Scored a medium. So I call and I was like, hi, like, I already took the personality test. I submitted my application. Like, what's the next steps? And she goes, oh, well, you'll have to talk to the AI assistant. The AI assistant, okay. So I go back to the chat with the AI assistant because that's one who, sent me the personality test, whatever. And I was like, okay, well, I'm talking to the AI and I just keep getting the same like error message, like, oh, depending on the role that you're applying for, you can have a phone call or in-person interview or like a video chat. So I kept like trying to set it up. And it was like me going back and forth with this AI for 7 exchanges. And then I finally decided to call this restaurant back because I was like, I'm not able to set up an interview because the AI is not letting me. And she goes, oh, well, you're going to have to go through the whole process again and reapply and redo the test. It's a personality test. What do you mean redo it? But also, like, you're literally a human, I'm a human. Why can't we just set up an interview? Like, why are we relying on AI to set up interviews? Like, why not? You can see my resume. Give me a chance. Give me a chance. Just because I scored 100% on everything else, but just in this one little area, it's a little bit finicky. And it's a test that anybody could fake and cheat on. So you're going to pass up a candidate that would probably be great for this environment and great for this. You're going to pass up a candidate because the AI won't set up an interview. And because I fell short in one part of the personality test, the bullshit personality test, like, make it make sense. Then I called up the other place and I was like, hey, like, have you guys fulfilled this role yet? If anything, I saw that it said on Indeed, walk-ins are welcome. Do you recommend that? And the person was like, oh yeah, we definitely recommend walk-ins. And I was like, okay, great. Game from 4 to 6 p.m. We like walk-ins for interviews. I got ready. Okay. So I walk in and I was like, hi, like, I already put in an application. I'm here for like an in-person interview. And she goes, oh, like, did you put in the application online or how did you do it? And I said, oh, Indeed. She goes, oh, okay, you're going to have to fill out an application with us. So I'm like, I already filled out an application, but okay. So like, why would you put it on Indeed if Indeed doesn't count? So then she handed me a paper application and I was writing down all my information, my hobbies, my skills, my references, my past work experience, everything on this sheet of paper front and back. I'm like, what? I'm just like sitting here in this establishment doing this. I'm like, okay. Then he comes over and he takes me to an area and conducts an interview. I'm probably sitting there for like 30 minutes and he goes, this is just the first round. It's going to take a week for you to hear back from us. And then if you hear back from us, you're going to be put into a second interview. Mind you, this is for a bowling alley. I have a bachelor's degree. For 1. For 2, I'm probably grown than a lot of people applying, which is like, eating me alive, okay? But let's stay humble. 3, what the fuck are we doing having me fill out an entire paper application? And then on top of that, first interview, second interview, for what? For $16 an hour? What are we doing? Like, I'm glad you guys vet people to work for you. Like, that's great. Maybe you guys, don't accept bad people, hopefully. I don't know. But, like, what? So we have to fight tooth and nail to get these jobs, to get paid minimum wage. I don't think I want it bad enough. I'm too grown for this shit. I really am. And to be clear, I can't work a big girl job because I have another job that takes up a lot of my time and I have to pretty much be fully available for it. So I just am looking for something part-time to kind of give me, you know, consistent hours and pay while I navigate, you know, an actual career, it's just tough.
Yo, what's up YouTube? Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe if you guys enjoyed. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think, if this is affecting you, something you've experienced like in person, or like maybe friends or neighbors experiencing it, you know what I mean? Just let me know your personal stories in the comments. You know, I'm always interested to hear. But yeah, hope you guys have a great day. Like and subscribe. Peace out.